guys, it's KinesisKrab, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Recently, a Serenus Forest user by the name of bookofholsety, who's been working on something called Project Naga, has released this, which is an English patch for Fire Emblem 4. What you're seeing right now is the opening in English, which I've actually never seen myself before. This is the first time, besides a little bit when I was testing. So Project Naga has been a thing for a while, but this is really the first release I know of it. The thing is, the way people have been playing Fire Emblem 4 up to this point, I believe it was a French guy, did a fan translation of it. It was kind of good in some ways, bad in others. It was never really fully finished. Like, it was playable up to the end, but this definitely wasn't translated. A lot of the menu stuff and pictures weren't translated. Some stuff was translated badly, some names were different. Some names in this, too, are based on bookofholsety's personal choice, as I understand it, rather than what might seem like it would make sense. Anything that's been official, like any of the characters who are in Awakening, their names are the same. Otherwise, it's really just up to preference. Some are a little different, like I believe Fury's name is like Erica, or Sarah. I don't remember what he said it was. But today we're just going to be taking a quick look at this. Fire Emblem 4 is a very long game, so we're probably not going to do a full playthrough of it. But it's really interesting to actually get to know what this says, because I never had any idea. Our nightmare has faded into legend. I haven't read any of this up to this because I was doing intro shit. It honestly is a really interesting intro. Like, I've never watched it all the way through because, like, I sort of understand spoken Japanese, but I don't read it. So this is new too, the fact that Genealogy of the Holy War is translated on this screen. Pretty much nothing that was in a straight text box was translated before. So that's pretty exciting. I think there's a cheat to like put the game on easy mode, but I shouldn't really need to do that, and I might be thinking of Fire Emblem 2 on top of that. But let's just go straight into it. I don't think this was translated before. The Kingdom of Gran is born on the June River's west banks. Gran transitions into a republic. Republic's territory expands. I cannot fucking read all of this. Would this be easier in Japanese? Okay, a lot of people are murdered. There's bad things. More murder. Bad things. This fucking country sucks. This world, whatever. Granvale declares war on the eastern nation of Isaac. An age of crisis begins. I didn't have time to read fucking any of that. Like, have that scroll a little slower next time. Like, it's very good to have it, but I couldn't read any of it. At the heart of the continent of Jugdral lies Granvale, a kingdom founded by Saint Haim of the 12 Crusaders. Supporting the royal family, the heirs of Haim are 6 noble houses, each also descended from a crusader of old. The 6 states, while still subservient to the royal family, each occupy vast swaths of Granvale's land and maintain mighty militaries of their own. I like that alliteration there, mighty military. Owing to King Asmer's, it sounds like fucking someone mispronouncing asthma, but it's always been that way, I believe, advanced age, the governance of Granvale falls to his son, the highly respected Prince Kurth. Kurth has 2 trusted advisors in his role. You know, his name kind of sounds like mine. Lord Byron of House Chalfie, I think it used to be like Calcife or something, and Lord Ring of House Jungbi. I don't like the country names in this game, if I'm real with you, but I didn't like them in Japanese either. Granvale's Chancellor, Lord Reptar, it's like fucking Rugrats, of Frege. I honestly, it's been a while since I played this, so I'm sure a lot of these names are the same and I'm just being an idiot. Has long objected to the threat to his influence posed by Kurth and his advisors, and has allied himself with the avaricious Lord Langbolt of House Dazzle to form a faction opposed to Kurth's rule over Granvale. The young Duke of House Velthamere, Lord Arvis, leads the royal guard in the king's care and so has little time for the circus of politics. This feels like a lot better English than before. Only Father Claude of House Edda could foresee the oncoming storm. I don't think I can speed up these text boxes either, by the way. Into the midst of this tense situation comes dire news from Jugdrill's east. The Yed Desert. Darna, a town in the Yed Desert with deep ties to Granvale, is now besieged by savage warriors from Isaac. Reports of a brutal massacre abound. The news is met by the people of Granvale with furious cries for retribution, and before long the kingdom declares war on Isaac. Prince Kurth leads Granvale's charge on his father's behalf. commanding the military might of the kingdom's 6 houses. At Kruth's side, as always, is none other than Lord Byron, a highly decorated hero of peerless valor in his own right. Granville has poured its entire military might into the Isaac campaign, and precious few soldiers remain behind, with its neighbors, Augustia to the west. Wow, this is really, slow. I know this is a game problem, but seriously. I think these country names are mostly the same, and Verdane to the south, bound in alliance with Granville. None dare to dream they could ever be threatened. It is not long at all, however, before the people's confidence is shattered. As if from nowhere, a vast horde from Verdane, led by Prince Gandalf the White, crosses the Granville border and lays siege to Jungby Castle. Also, I would like to say, in Lord Ring's absence, his daughter, Lady Ideen, is Jungby's only guardian. Lord Byron has entrusted the defense of Granville in his absence to his son, Sigurd, who remains at Chalfie Castle, with a mere handful of soldiers. A friend of Ideen since childhood, Sigurd is horrified to hear of the Jungby siege, and even with so few soldiers is determined to protect Ideen and his fatherland from the savage Verdunite hordes. Fatherland. I'm not familiar with that term. I'm familiar with motherland. I've never heard fatherland spoken in English before. The year is 757 Grand Calendar, and thus the threshold of fate is cast open. Nobody could have known then that this simple disturbance was but the first of countless calamities to come. I have never heard the term fatherland in English. Is that a thing? Wherever you live, viewers? I've never heard it. Alright, so you can't run this on ZSNES, which is my preferred emulator. You have to use SNES 9X or something else. Yeah, Birth of a Crusader. I didn't know if I had to click on that or not. Basically, the way that file size and shit works with patches, ZSNES can't run this, but other emulators can. So, you gotta be aware of that. I'm using SNES 9X, which was probably implied. Milady, the castle's completely surrounded. We failed you. We couldn't do a thing to save you from them. It's alright, Meteor. I like that better than Me Dial, which is what I've been dealing with, in the old translation. I have one of them that calls him that anyway. I don't know which one it is. I have a couple. Every one of you did the best you could do. Please, you needn't worry about me. You must ensure that as many of you survive this as possible. No, milady. We might not stand a chance, but every last one of us will give our lives to protect you right to the very end. Thank you, Meteor. I'm so sorry. So Meteor can die, but you can recruit him if you get there quick enough, which I'm not good at this game, so it's up in the air whether or not I'll do that. Gandalf's army already has Jungby surrounded. Ideen is in grave danger. Noish, I'm going to help her. I'm leaving Chalfie in your hands. Hold, my lord. Surely you don't intend to go alone. Nearly all of our forces are already on the march to Isaac with Father. There's hardly anybody left to call upon. They may be simple savages, but Verdane's army is still huge. I can't risk your lives by forcing you to face them. Perish the thought, my lord. I was born a knight and will gladly risk dying a knight's death in your name. Fuck, I don't remember what I want to do for marriages either. I usually have a list. To allow our lord to die alone in battle would be an unspeakable disgrace. We shall be by your side every step of the way. Alec, I trust you're of the same mind? Yeah, of course. But there's more than just Jungby at stake. We've got to stop by the nearby villages first. Those thugs will try to beat us to them, and they'll loot, massacre, and burn them all down if they do. You did not use the Oxford comma. I dislike that the Oxford comma is not here. Because, massacre and burn could be one thought, but I would prefer a comma between them. We've got to get there first and lend the locals a hand in locking the villages down and fortifying their defenses. Absolutely. We mustn't neglect our nightly duties to the people, especially not at a time like this. Good point, Alec. Actually, that was a Loifei's idea. That kid's every bit the tactician they say he is. Give him a few years and he'll be a match for his old grandpa, Lord Caesar, I guess. Loifei's still around the castle, huh? Loifei, I know you're here. You can come out now. My apologies for still being here, sire. Still, if you would allow it, I'd like to join you in battle. I can't just sit back while you risk your lives. I don't know, you're still so young. Are you sure you're ready for this? I'm already 14, sire. I may not be battle ready just yet, but there's still so much I can do to support you. 14 in medieval times would have actually been an adult, so he should be allowed out there. Also, it's older than some other characters in Fire Emblem, honestly. Please allow me to accompany you. I swear I won't let you down. Fair enough, Loifei. After all, you've already spent 2 years training as my squire. Real battlefield experience would be fantastic for your training, but you're still definitely not up to actual combat duty for now. How about you ride with me as my advisor instead? Yes, thank you, sire. Lord, what of the defense of Chalfie itself in our absence? Leaving the castle unattended is risky. Should the enemy slip past us, an unguarded castle will fall easily. Yeah, you have to basically... This is the story telling you have to guard your castle, which isn't actually that big of an issue. Noish, I'd say there's only one man who can depend on that. Arden? Hold a moment. Why me, Alec? Sturdy as a brick wall, strong as an ox, slow as a turtle. Face it, Arden. You were born for guard duty. I'm strong and tough, I know, but you really don't need to call me slow. You look like a fucking vegetable, and that's always been an issue I've had with this guy. Here's the point, Arden. Would you? You're most apt at guard duty. Fine, I'll do it, but you have to bring me with you at least once. I don't want to be left out of the action. Right, man, it's time to set up. I'm not bringing him ever, by the way. Let's start by assisting the villages, and then it's onward to Jungbi. So there's a lot of secrets in this game, and I forgot to get a list of fucking any of them. Do I not have, like... I don't have Quan or Ethelyn yet. I forgot how this game starts. Alright, so... I don't, like, have fucking time to check that village, but... This guy's closest, so what is your range? Actually, you know what? Fucking, it probably doesn't matter. Sigurd can handle shit. What are the levels like again? It's been so long since I played this game. I don't want to do that. So Alec needs experience for sure. The fact that these menus are all fully translated and shit's really fucking good. Our skills? Yeah, they're really well done, actually. How do I check Holy Blood? I forget how to do that. There's a Holy Blood button. I don't remember what it is. How the fuck do you check Holy Blood? Oh, there it is. Okay, cool. I'm getting used to this setup too, because, like, as I've said earlier, this isn't my go-to emulator for these kind of things. One interesting thing about 4, roads make it easier to move, which I don't think Fire Emblems normally do, but I think they take away some defense as well. Is that Alec? Who did I just move? That was Noish. I should have moved Alec. Whatever, I guess. You can't handle this on your own, I don't think. But, yeah, you have to do the calculations yourself here. And you can't finish him, but I can have you stand around, I guess. Because probably no one can finish him right away. Then go fuck yourself, because you're bad. Ah, fuck, I should have went in the arena. Oh well. This is not going to be like a full playthrough, so... So I'm a little worried about Meteor. You curious seriously haven't seized this puny castle yet? Useless, the lot of you. Out of my way, I'll do it myself. Meteor's in trouble. Not bad for being here all on your lonesome, but I've had enough of your struggling. Oh my fucking god. Forgive me. Can you save him? I fucking swear you can save him. I swear you can. I think that might be a plot-related death, quote-unquote. Meteor, Well, looks like we have quite the gem here, and Jungbi's princess to boot. You're coming home with me, dearie. Listen up, DiMaggio. I'm heading back. You and Gerard are in charge. Yes, sir. Relax, it won't be long. And I'll be bringing Kinbaith's lot along for the fun. Who the fuck is that again? When I do, all Granville's our oyster. Even Belhalla ought to be easy pickings. But with nobody around to stop us, I'll go until I capture that castle, and then I'll kind of probably end this video. The kingdom's all ours, boys. Leave it to us, sir. Yeah, I don't know. I still think... I'm pretty sure you can get Meteor. Ah, boy, quit your dawdling. We don't have all day, you know. One thing I noticed, too, is defense was spelled with a C, but defenses was spelled with an S, which... isn't one of those European and one of them regular talk for me. I don't know. Cut the bridge. I'll have none of those Granville worms crossing over here. Yes, sir. You know, enemies in this cutscene can cut bridges, but you can't actually ever do anything like that in-game. Gerard, I'm going back to Marfa for now. You're in charge of the border. Stay sharp. We clear? Yes, sir, but your lordship, who's that there dame you have? The spoils of war, my boy. She's coming back to Marfa to marry me. What do you think? Real keeper and really marriage? Like, I think you'd have other plans in store, but... I'll say, just looking at it, just making my mouth water. This game's pretty fucked up, by the way. You can make siblings fuck each other and shit. Like, I don't know what to say about that, honestly. This one's mine. You'll have your pick of all Granville once we're done here. Keeping your pants a little longer, yeah? What animals? Gods above, I implore you, bestow upon these men a hint of human decency. Boy, what are you mumbling about now? We're out of here. No dawdling here. right? I forgot how fucking long story sequences were in this game. There's only 10 chapters, so all story is really long. Get to work, boys. Our next stop's Chalfie. Don't forget to milk the villages for all they got. Okay, whatever. Man, these guys take a long time to move. I wonder if I can change it in my options menu. And Alec's gonna get attacked, no surprise there. But that's pretty low hit, so no biggie. So Alec can doubling and like critting are based on skills in this game, I believe. So like Alec can double, but Noish can't, which is why I kind of like Alec better, even though Noish usually turns out stronger. Yeah, it's kind of hard to save villages in this game, but you have kind of ample time, I guess. Sigurd phase. Oh, there's, I think it's Azel and somebody else, Lex. Looks like we made it in time, Lex. And by the look of it, Sigurd's staring down the entire Verdane army with just a handful of men. Bet he'll be glad for the help. But geez, Azel, I can't believe I let you drag me into another mess like this. With the war in Isaac going on, there's hardly anyone left to defend Granville. Sigurd's few knights are all we have, and they're out risking their lives on behalf of the entire country. I couldn't just leave them to die. We both know there's more to it than that. Come on, Azel, what's the real reason we're here? I have no idea what you mean. It's that Lady Ideen, isn't it? Come on, everybody knows you like her. You just came for her sake, didn't you? A lot of people have Ideen as a love interest, but only one of them is actually useful. Of course not, you dolt. Really? Then why is your face beet red? Looks like somebody's got a girlfriend. Lex, knock it off. Come on, we've wasted enough time. Got it. Time to teach these Verdonite thugs a lesson or two. Okay, how much do you do again? You do not that much. Okay, so Noish, help out. I need to math this out. God damn it, Alec, why are you like that? I hate this game sometimes, because sometimes I'll want to do things that can't be done very easily. Alright. Move the bush. Actually, you double, so you'll probably do it. Oh, right, you're in the bush. Are you? Somebody's in bushes. I think it's Sigurd. But, no problem anyway, because Alec got that shit. The more kills people get, the stronger their weapons are, so you want to get, like, the silver sword and shit, like, pretty soon. Let's go here. There's no supports, so it doesn't matter what I do with males, but females can marry, so that's kind of important. This is an axe, and swords beat axes, but you can't actually tell that. I don't know if anything in the game actually ever tells you that or not, but it is a thing. I'm sure something tells you. Alright, go ahead and, like, I should probably keep them together. I meant to... Which button is it again to, like... There we go. Nope, that's for, places. People is that key. Alright. Wait there. And then write these two. I almost forgot about them. So... levels here. 1 and 4. Do you have a hand axe? You don't have a hand axe. I need to save this village. I want to have Azel get the kill. And you know what? Lex can probably take a little damage. He's got enough health. Realistically, it'd probably be a good idea to have them meet up with Sigurd as soon as... What's your personal again? I know I'm interrupting my own thoughts. You have both Vantage and Paragon. Okay. So... cool, but not super helpful. I thought I just saw something weird. No, it's just talk commands over there. I thought it was something else for some reason. And then... yeah, defense, which is like resistance, so... a lot of enemies in the early game don't have like good resistance, so Azel's pretty useful, but you actually get better mages than him. He honestly usually falls behind for me. Which probably isn't his fault so much as mine, but I keep fucking hitting the wrong buttons. Okay, I'm out of units, so yeah, it doesn't end turns for you in Fire Emblem 4, but yeah, it's still pretty good though. What is the hit rate on this? 26, that's pretty, yeah, okay, cool. And then Alec again, who's not in a bush, but really should have been, because... you know, I don't remember the beginning game being this easy, but I guess without a healer, you know, getting hit would be pretty bad news. I'm so used to Fire Emblem 2, where archers can attack you, like, regardless of if you're next to them or not, and not having to deal with that's going to be really good. Lex gets really good if you use him right, but right now, without a healer or anything, he can't sponge as much as I would have liked. So, this translation is technically in beta in that it's still seeking errors in it if there are any, like grammatically and stuff. Oh, here's Quan and Ethelyn, right? Good, we aren't too late. I hope Sigurd is still okay. I'm sure my brother's doing just fine out here, but it won't be easy without a magic user in his ranks. I want to do all I can as a healer to help out and save lives. You can use a sword too, but you're kind of shit at it. Quan, I'm sorry I dragged you into this mess as well. I know Chalfie isn't my family anymore now that we're married, but I couldn't just sit back and do nothing. Thank you so much for coming, not just from me, but from Sigurd. There's no need for thanks, Ethelyn. Sigurd is every bit as important to me as he is to you, remember? I couldn't simply let my best friend and my brother-in-law fight alone out there, or you for that matter. Thank you, dear. Thank you so much. My lord, my lady, we should hurry. Lord Sigurd still awaits us on the battlefield, just ahead. Finn also is good. A lot of good characters, honestly, in this game. Yeah, go for it. Also, when weapons and shit break, they can be repaired, which I've always liked a lot. I'm just explaining some basic shit in case you don't know this game very well, but if you're watching this video about, like, new translation and you don't know this game, then I don't know. Pay attention, kid. Weapons aren't created equal. Swords beat axes. Okay, here's where it says that stuff. Can I have an item? Are you gonna give me something? Give me shit. Yeah, churches cost money to heal. They're kind of like Healy tiles. Problem is it doesn't tell, like, you don't get told how much it's gonna cost. You just have to, like, kind of figure it out yourself. It's 5 gold pieces to heal. You can put a price on your health, because apparently it's 5 gold pieces. Everyone has their own gold, too, so I kind of wish I hadn't given Lex... I guess Lex can use that for this chapter. So, Quan and, like, Sigurd are pretty good. Ethelyn probably can't do shit, but, like, in the event you can, I wouldn't do that. I might... it's tough to decide. Finn has doubling, right? I keep having to check this shit. Yeah, he does. Also, I think doubling can go forever in this game, like, theoretically, but that might just be brave items that work that way. There's some, like, really important talk conversations, even without sports in this game, that give you, like, items and stat boosts and shit, which I really like. You can't talk this turn, or at least not with Sigurd, so I'll just leave you here. Actually, I can tell if you have a talk command. You don't. But you can talk to Sigurd, so we'll go do... You're level 5, right? Level 4... Level 5... Can you... I forget, can you initiate talks, or does it matter? It matters, unfortunately. Can you talk to your husband? No, but you can give gold, which is nice. Nice feature. You talk to Sigurd, because everybody's got to talk to Sigurd right now. Sigurd, oh, you're unharmed. It's good to see you too, Ethelyn. Thanks for coming. I just couldn't stay away when I heard of Verdane's attacks. It's such a relief to know you're okay. Oh, come on, did you really think I was about to lose to Verdane? I heard that Chalfie barely has any soldiers left behind, given that most of the army is away in Isaac. And let's face it, I can't remember the last time we didn't just leap straight into a crisis without thinking. With Father away at war, I knew I had to come. Someone has to save you from yourself, after all. Wow, it feels as if I was getting this very lecture on only yesterday. I swear, when Mother died, you were the one who kept everything together at home. Once you went off to marry Quan, we swore Father finally had a proper little lady for a daughter. But no, nothing's changed at all. I feel so sorry for Quan. Sigurd, I'm only what you and Father made me. If I'm a fusspot and a nag, it's swear... Fusspot? The fuck is fusspot? If the two of you hadn't been so sloppy and unkempt, maybe I'd be less harsh. Perhaps you're right. Listen, Ethelyn. We might not act like it most of the time, but everything you've done means the world to us. I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've always caused you, and thank you so much for coming. Sigurd. And then... Quan, do the talkie talks. Oh right, you have a throwaway weapon, so that's nice, but this is more important. Sigurd, glad to see you're in one piece. Quan, what are you... We heard about the Verdane attack and couldn't just leave you be. I feel like I should have initiated this talk first. We're here to do what we can, but what about Leonster? That was Lannister. Aren't your hands full there keeping an eye on Thracia? Indeed. That's why Finn is the only knight here with me. The lands and Ritter are... what the fuck kind of word is that? Under father's command. Is that so? Quan, I'm sorry for pulling you into this mess too. I know you're... Sorry? Surely you jest, Sigurd. Don't you recall our old pledge? Come now. How could you forget? All those years ago when we were students at the Valhalla Academy. You, me, and Eldgan, who is Elchon, but not called Elchon here. Dear friends and fierce rivals in equal measure. Surely you recall that night, talking later about our hopes and dreams and pledging our aid to one another in times of need? Of course, I remember it well. Excellent. Now shall we, with both of us here, what hope could those Verdane savages possibly have? Never forget, Sigurd, I'm here for you, now and forever. I'll not let you lose to these lowlifes. Fucking, like, okay, so, like, you can attack and then talk, but you can't talk then attack, which, that's a little bothersome. Oh well. It still lists attack, but I know he can attack me because I know how this game works. So, yeah. I guess you can move back in there, I don't really care. And then, Iron Sword. Also, married couples get bonuses for standing next to each other, I'm pretty sure. I don't know that for a fact, though. Well, yeah, I think I know that for a fact. Those two already moved on. Okay, cool. Sigurd, go take care of this, I guess, since, like, Meteor's already out of the picture for now. It's best to use, like, a weapon consistently, so it gets a lot of kills. Will you get the kill out? Yeah, okay, cool. You didn't really need the experience, but I mean, whatever. Can you visit? Yeah, you can visit. Okay, cool. Thank the gods, we're saved. We can't thank you enough. The faster you get there, the more money you get, by the way. Here, the whole village did their bit to raise some money for you. It's not much, but we hope it helps out there. Be sure to lend the other villages a hand, too. I bet they'll be happy to help you right back. I guess it's okay for Sigurd to get that money. I mean, I'm not finishing this specific playthrough anyway, but... yeah, okay. So, end the turn. The commands in the, like, menu UI box used to be really confusing, too. Like, give gold used to just say give, so I thought it was the trade button. And I'd keep giving gold without knowing what the fuck I was doing for the longest time. But, I figured it out. Really, a hand axe on the enemy, but not on me. Like, that feels a little unfair, don't you think? Lex isn't in a good place. Oh, shit. Oh my god. These two should not be left alone. Okay, This is interesting. I mean, this happened because I'm bad at this game, is what that boils down to, but... I feel like you're supposed to go up and around to get to that castle so that you have experience points to conquer it by the time you get there, but, I haven't decided if I'm going to do that yet or not. Because I don't have talk commands right now. It's really important to check for those. That's not the one I wanted. You two do with Sigurd. No one else does. Okay, cool. Oops. Bumped my mic. Alright, people can move really far in this game, by the way. Can you kill with that? He's got fucking 45 HP and a hand axe, so Quan, get up in there and do something. Does it know what I'm going to use it for, or what? Oh, that's with what I currently have equipped, what I'm going down, okay. I did not remember how that worked. He has a hand axe, so why can't he fight back? Oh, there we go. I forgot doubles, like, went first instead of being, like, in the interim between, or, like, having you do one and then having you do the other after. I kind of want to let Etheline have the kill, actually. Because Etheline won't be getting kills, but, I mean, it's always good to get experience while you can, because, like, a lot of the females weren't supposed to be, like, good at the fights, get the best swords. Like, Etheline and, I forget her name, but some other chick who is supposed to be a healer who has a sword. She's pretty good. She's, like, marrying Beowulf is her best option, and they look like they should be related, but they're not. Which describes pretty much every, like, actual stat-based good pairing in this fucking game. But, you know, oh well, I guess. So, Sigurd, alright, I guess. could move him back, but do I really just want to back down here? I mean, like, how much damage will he do to you? 18 minus 9 is like 9, I think. And I don't... Can he double? Can enemies even? No, they can't. At least not this one. You'll probably be fine, I guess. Wow, that was a lot of experience. Cool. It's been a while, huh, Lord Sigurd? Lex, I take it you're here to help as well? Yeah, Azel dragged me into it. I swear I can't say no to that twerp. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Lex? What about your father, Lord Langbolt? Does he know you've come here? Oh, hell no. You know as well as I how much my father loathes yours. There's no way he'd ever let me help House Chalfie, even if his life depended on it. I'd slip out behind his back. Just so we're clear, Sigurd, I'm not here for you. Azel's my best friend, and he really wanted to help, that's all. A bit harsh, but thanks for coming all the same. Any help is greatly appreciated. Well, I'll do what I can. Those Verdane dogs have had their run off our land for long enough. And then kick his ass. You have, yeah, 100% hit. Okay, cool. Kick his fucking ass. Oh shit, I'm not gonna win. Okay, well, it's been 30 minutes anyway, so I'm gonna... Shouldn't there be music playing here? Does music not play when units die in this game? Cool, I don't care. So it's been 30 minutes, so I'm gonna have to end the part here, even though I said I'd go till whenever the fuck I said. But, yeah. So I think this translation's pretty good overall. Some things are a little baffling, but I like it, and it's a lot better than what you had, so, I mean, you know. But, I've been KinesisKrab, and if you want to see more of this, tell me, and I might consider it. And I'll see you next time.